What's up, everybody? Jay Leone here today, back for another review for you guys. Want to welcome all my subscribers. First off, hope everybody's having a great week / day. Hope everything's going well for you guys. If you hear some noise in the background, it's the air conditioner. I don't know if that's picking up on my camera or my mic. I don't know if it's coming through. If it is, don't freak out. It's just my air conditioner. It's really hot. Just got home from work, sweating my ass off. You don't care about that, but I'm letting you know anyways. So I'm getting some cool air. We're going to be doing a review today for something I didn't plan on doing a review for because I didn't plan on getting one. But I did end up getting one, so here's the review for the Kanger Subox Mini starter. So the Subox Mini starter today. Right now I'm using it with the OCC coils, the new OCC coils that they came out with. This is the 1.5 ohm. I'm doing some mouth to lung inhales on it, just testing it out. I'll do some lung inhales in the next segment. First, let me tell you where you can get this, how much it's going to cost you, what it is, and yeah, all that good stuff, and some specs for you. I got it from myfreedomsmokes.com, and right there they have it going for $59.99 right now. And I just checked the website; they only have the white one, it looks like, in stock. What it is that you're getting is a variable wattage device right here. You're getting a subtank mini. The device is actually called the Kbox Mini, and this is a subtank mini together in a kit. They calling it the Kbox. What are they calling it? The Subox Mini starter kit. So you're getting that. Quick specs on this. First of all, this is a sub-ohm tank type thing. It comes with OCC coils like the old subtank mini. They've done some revisions, and we're gonna get down close and look at those revisions for you and see what they've changed on the coils and the rebuildable section itself. So I mean, it can be used for mouth to lung inhale. Also, we'll get into all that and how it performs in mouth to lung and just straight up lung inhales and all that. But let me pull up here on the screen. Let me read off some specs for you. It's a 5-thread device. It can go down to 0.3 ohms, adjusted from 7 to 50 watts in 0.1 watt increments. Zinc alloy casing on this one. 5-click on-off feature. It's got low voltage protection, low resistance protection, short circuit protection, reverse battery protection, low battery warning, 10-second cutoff, a magnetic battery cover, which we'll take a look at, and use high amp batteries in this device, obviously, and it's charged via micro USB if you choose to. As far as the RBA specs go, it's a 22 millimeter diameter RBA. 510, obviously. The RBA coils got peak insulators, a glass tank on here, sub-ohm 0.5, and low resistance 1.5 ohm coils are included. Updated airflow design, new organic cotton coil head. They've changed that, which I'll show you again. It holds 4.5 millimeters of liquid, and it includes a 510 Durlin drip tip. And it's compatible with any 510s. I believe it fires all the way up to 9 volts, by the way. So from 0.3 to like 1.5, you'll be able to get the full 50 watts. But from anywhere above 1.5, you're probably not going to get the full 9 volts. So not that you're going to probably need that. But just so you know, it's there. So those are the quick specs. I'm sure I've missed some things on it. Let's go down close and we'll take a closer look at everything that comes in here. And then we'll discuss my thoughts and opinions on the whole Subox Mini starter.
Alright, everybody, so here we are up close with the Kanger Subox Mini starter kit. Quick unboxing, and we'll look at the devices themselves a little bit better here. So it's a nice packaging here. It says it's a black edition Subox Mini on standard stuff. Magnetic flap here, and inside we're gonna get some paperwork, authenticity info, stickers here. I've heard two different things about these stickers. I've heard that you can wrap your batteries if they're not red, and you want to make them red because I'll show you in a minute why. Or you can wrap your drip tip with these stickers if you want to make your drip tip red to kind of go with the device. What else you got? You got a little manual with the smallest writing in the world, and I mean small, so I have to really look at this really close, but it is written well. Tells you all about the battery, about the subtank mini, all that stuff. And then you got this here, which came with the other subtanks. Just tells you the primer, coils, and a nice little chart here to show you basically 0.5 and 1.5 ohm different VG viscosities and what wattage they recommend you should rock it at. So that's nice for some new people out there. Then some other stuff. You're obviously going to get the tank. It's basically a subtank mini, which is a 22 millimeter tank. We'll break this down a little bit more here in a minute. There's some revisions to it. They've done some improvements on it. Then also you're going to get the sub box here. This is actually, it's not the sub box. Actually, this is the Kbox Mini. Kbox Mini, subtank mini, and together they're calling it the Subbox Mini starter kit. So Kbox Mini is what the name of the device is, because you can just get this by itself if you don't want the subtank mini. I got the whole kit. Anyways, so yeah, that's the device. Again, we'll take a look at that in a minute. Let's see what else we got in here. Take out this little cover, and you're going to get a bunch of goodies. You're going to get the micro USB charging cable. You get some cotton here, Phillips screw, spare screws, pre-made coils. Does it come with O-rings? This one did not come with any O-rings, at least, from what I see. You get the spare head, and then you also, well, these are both the spare heads right here. Yes, and then you also get the rebuildable section, which mine is inside the tank. So you get 3 different things to use. And that's pretty much it. It does come with a lot of stuff. This is a really nice starter kit in my opinion. Set this stuff all out of the way. There goes that. Alright. So let's start with, let's start with the device. Stay there. Stay. Okay. Alright, so here we go. Let's start from the back section here. It says Kanger Tech in these like Lamborghini font letterings. It's not engraved. I mean, it is engraved, but it's not deep. It feels like it's a raised engraving here. So that's on there. Then you go around to the back side here, and you got this K, the logo with the venting here. The reason I said you can wrap your batteries, I'm using LG batteries, so they're already red. But if you're using like a green battery and you want the red to show through, you want it to show through red since the device is black and red, you can do that. That's what I've heard from some people the stickers are for, or I've also heard you can actually wrap your black drip tip and make that red also. So a couple variations from what I've heard. So since we're here on the back door, yes, you got your venting, you've got 2 magnets up here, 2 magnets down here, and then same thing on the inside of the door, and that just pops right on, and it fits nicely. And then at the bottom here you got this little notch so you can take it out a little easier. It actually comes out really easy when you do that. But nice and easy to swap batteries. I really do like it. Very easy. To take the battery out, just pull it, push up and out. This contact here, it's spring loaded. And then you got this contact which does not move on the bottom here. And it does tell you positive and positive down here and then negative up here. So the battery is going in kind of upside down. So just push up onto that contact so you don't ruin the wrapper on your battery. That's what I do. And then, boop, pop the door on. So that's nice. Bottom just got some logoing. On the back side here, nothing, just flat, no logos, no nothing. Let's go to the top. The top, this is one of the negatives here. No spring-loaded 510, just a standard fixed 510. Looks like it may be a gold-plated 510 connection. And you got some airflow cutouts here, and it says Kbox Mini. And then you got the face of the device here, which mine is on, and it's flashing because there's no atomizer attached. That's how it lets you know. And it says 9.9 ohms, meaning there's nothing attached. So you got the charge port right down here, so you can also charge it if you'd like, with the included cable it comes with. Up and down buttons here, and obviously fire button here. I have no ADDI on there. That's a quick look at the device. Alright, now on to the subtank mini. And this is the black and the red. Like I said, the kits also come in white and black. This is the black and the red though. They have some type of ceramic coating on here according to the Kanger. Very nice. I don't know how long this black coating is going to last, we'll find out. Time will tell, I guess, right? So let's take a quick look at it. You're going to get a drip tip. A nice drip tip. It's a Delrin drip tip with a red O-ring on it also. Decent bore on it, nothing crazy. Good size for me at least. Then you're going to have your airflow adjustment down here at the bottom. These are your wide open slots. One on this side and now one on this side. And then you could turn this wheel here. It's got like indents so you can hear it and feel it at the same time when you're turning it. And there's one, and that's a tiny, tiny hole here, and a tiny hole here. And that's for a mouth-to-lung inhaling, definitely. It's a good draw for that. And you turn it again, and you got a little bit bigger of a hole, and a little bit bigger of a hole. Still mouth-to-lung, in my opinion. And then if you click it, obviously, all the way over, you'll have that big slot again. I don't know if you can hear that, but there are indents, or like little clicks that it makes when it sets in its spot. So we can take that off by just unscrewing here. Let me show you the bottom of this real quick. Looks like a gold-plated pin there. Doesn't appear to be brass or copper, but gold-plated. It says subtank mini. The bottom looks a little, I don't know, dirty or something, or like the coating got onto the bottom, I believe. I've rinsed this out a few times, so yeah, I don't know. Let me take the glass off, and take the glass off, you just twist and pull. Twist and pull. You can see my subtank top cap section got stuck in there. I didn't put it together right, that's probably why. Okay. So yeah, then you have this area here, you got the red O-ring at the bottom, beefy red on top. So yeah, that's that section. 510 drip tip area, you can put any drip tip you want in there. Some water on here, I just rinsed it out. And then let's take a quick look at the this rebuildable section. They've definitely changed it. As you can see, you got a hole here and a hole on the other side. And it actually says Kanger Subtank Mini RB8 Plus. And then pretty much the same here. You got the top that threads off. There goes that. And then this section here is what one of the things they changed. You see this little screw here. So you tighten this guy down, and that will hold down this section here. I've been leaving it a little bit loose, just so I can take it on and off easily. And if you just loosen it a bit, that comes off. Then you have this right here, the build deck. You have a big old hole down here, 2 screws. The build deck's pretty much the same. And then down here you got your air holes coming from the pin. They're a little small in my opinion, but from this to the heads, it's about the same airflow. I don't notice a difference. And I'm going to slap a quick coil in there and show you how I wick it. Alright, so I got cotton ran through here real quick. I threw in a build. This is a 24 gauge handle wire. It's coming out to 0.7, I believe. And if you want to see how to build this, this is very easy. The leads to your coil, one goes this way, one goes that way. And you just basically put it right besides here, and it gets trapped underneath that screw. It's very easy. I think I showed how if you want to see in my previous subtank mini video. It's the same way to build on it. You kind of fold them up like this. At least this is what I've been doing. I'm showing you what I've been doing. And you want to take your head section and just stick it in there. Kind of like a do-a-K-fun if you're familiar with that. And then find that hole, or screw I should say. Which mine lined up perfectly right there. Alright, so then you're going to want to just take your screwdriver. Just tighten it up. Doesn't have to be too tight, just until you feel it get tight. And then you'll have your cotton leads coming out of here. One from here, one from here. And you're going to snip this. What I've been doing is snipping basically right up to the top of the bell area here. Alright, so there we go. So we're left with something like that. And then take your screwdriver and jam that in there. What you're going to want to do is jam it in here and make it sit right up against these holes here. So you want the cotton to sit in here. You don't want to plug it up, but you want it kind of sitting in there. Alright, so there you go. Sorry, that was really hard to do on camera. So you can just see I just pushed it down basically, and it's just sitting in front of that hole and a little bit sticking out. That's fine. No issues. So something like that. And that's it. And then you're going to want to juice her up. and then put it all back together. And that's how you use the rebuildable section on here. Obviously, you don't have to use this section. We'll talk more about this, this section compared to the other section. So I'm going to take this off real quick. And you could use one of the rebuildable, one of the heads. And here's the 0.5 ohm head right here. And they've changed the design on this. Once again, that Kanger changed their heads. It's now a vertical coil. See there, the coil. It's got 2 holes, 1 hole here, big holes, big hole here. Japanese cotton, it's vertical. I could see why they did it on the sub-ohm ones, because you can throw more wattage at a vertical coil than you can at a horizontal coil. And so you could also use these if you'd like, if you don't want to rebuild. So yeah, you can use that. And you could also, but make sure if you do use these pre-built ones, well, even if you use a rebuildable section, always prime your cotton in there. So there's also this one here, which is the 1.5 ohm that comes with it. This is more for mouth to lung. As you can see, the hole and the coil are smaller. And the airflow hole here is a little bit smaller. I'm going to be using this coil exclusively for a little while to test mouth to lung on here and see how it all comes out. Because I'm shooting this up close segment a couple days before I actually shoot the review. Because I have everything clean still. So yes, I want to make sure everything's clean. But yeah, vertical coil also. I wish they would have left the 1.5 ohm horizontal coil, not a vertical, because I feel that it's better for flavor, horizontal coils, than they are vertical. My opinion only, obviously, but they did change them all to verticals. I don't know, that's what Kanger decided to do. So you have multiple options for this subtank mini. Now, I have a mess of stuff here. Let's look at the screen on here really quick. I have it off, so let's go through this menu super quick because my battery's gonna die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turns it on. It says Kanger Tech. And you got your wattage, your voltage, and your ohms. So let me grab something that has a coil in it. So yes, here we go. Let me bump this wattage down. You are going to be able to go from 7 watts all the way to 50 watts on this Subox Mini, or Kbox Mini I should say. So 7 watts, and it does go in 0.1 increments. But, so say I'm starting here at 7 and I hold it. It's, after 1 watt, it's going to go in 1 watt increments, if that makes sense. So you can see now it's going in 1 watts. Doesn't look like an accelerometer, just looks like the same speed all the way through. No round robin or nothing like that. So there you go, you're at 50. So yes, buttons are pretty clicky, nice filling, a little cheap filling, but I mean I can understand it's more affordable, cheap on the cheap scale of devices out there. But it's perfectly fine. Bring this down to something that's not going to fry the coil in here. So yes, you got that, and then 5 clicks on off, and then you have, when you do fire it, you will see the voltage it's providing. So 4.3 volts to give you that 11 watts. And if you hold the plus and the minus button, you'll see the screen flip. So if you want to flip the screen, just hold those two together. So yes, that is it. That's a very easy navigable device. Definitely a good device for beginners because it's just up, down, and fire. I mean, and then flip the screen also, obviously. But that's it. So that's the Kanger, the Kbox Mini, and the subtank Mini, all up close, and the whole kit basically. Let's go up top and let's talk a lot more about this little device.
So you saw it all close up. It comes with tons of stuff in there. I mean, you get the tank, you get the battery, you get the device. I mean, you don't get a battery. You get cotton, you get coils, you get a screwdriver, you get 2 OCC coils, you get the rebuildable section. It's packed with goodies, and that is a good thing. If it had a battery in there and some juice, it'd be a complete kit for the most part. I mean, at least if it had a battery, then all you need to do is get juice. Yeah, so it is packed with lots of things, and the price on this looks just right. I'm doing it right now with a 1.5 ohm coil. It's reading it as a 1.6. It's 12.5 watts, and I'm on the second air hole slot here, the second hole, not the smallest, the middle one. And yeah, you'll see what it does. It's not bad. It's not bad. Let me take it to the smallest one. It's definitely emulates that cigarette draw. Very, very tight on that smallest airflow hole. So if you're going to do mouth to lung, I'd probably say that second one is good. I've actually got some leaking coming out of the air hole here. The flavor on it's not bad. I think, in my opinion, the vertical coil had better flavor, at least as far as flavor goes. I feel that you can chuck a little more power through these vertical coils, but as far as flavor goes, they should have left the 1.5 ohm or the 1.2 ohm as horizontals, in my opinion. I think the flavor suffers a bit. It leaves a little to be desired, in my opinion. Let me bump her up a little bit here. Take her up to 14. 4.7 volts. A little bit better. Now we're cooking with gas. So definitely with the 1.5 ohm coil, it can be used for mouth to lung inhales. Again, flavors leaves a little bit to be desired, but for most people it's going to be just fine. So yeah, versatile in that part. Now, before I get really more into what I think about it and stuff, let me take my juice out of here, take this coil out, put the RBA section in there, and let me fill it up with some low nick juice, and let's do some lung inhales. Alright, so I rinsed her out. By the way, I had like a 50-50 blend, and it was my Tranquility Tron from Moon Mountain in there, 12 milligram, and I was getting a good throat hit out of it and everything. You know, it was pretty good. Just a little bit muted on the flavor. I'm not saying it's the worst flavor in the world, just saying it's a little bit muted, that's all. I didn't show how to fill it for those that don't know how, so I'll fill it on camera. Basically, take the base off, and you just put your juice right down here. And this juice I'm using now is 80-20, so it's very high in the VG content. And I've had no issues with high VG juices on the RBA section, nor have I had issues with the OCC section on there. We'll call that good for now. And by the way, the juice I'm using, Dr. Krimmy's V liquid. If you've never had it, a lot of buzz on this liquid out there. This is just really good stuff. And liquid, this is their overdose. It's a vanilla custard. Fucking fantastic. If you like vanilla custards, and you know what makes this juice more fantastic is their prices. So, vanilla custard, Dr. Krimmy's V liquid. Check it out if you like vanilla custards. And they have a lot of good juices and they're really cheap. Just trust me. Alright, so anyways, filled up, tightened down. I didn't fill it all the way, but did a couple primer puffs, and now I've lost my mod. Hold on. Alright, so you saw, by the way, you saw up close how I didn't really show it, but I showed my coil and how I put my cotton in there. I think it was a 24 gauge, like 8 wraps, and it came out to 0.7 ohms, and I got it at 23 watts right now with the airflow wide open. Let's give it a couple pulls because it's a new coil. Yeah. That's kicking in. Definitely could chuck some vapor out of it. The flavor in the RBA section is just really, really good. And it keeps up. I'm really surprised how it keeps up with this 80-20 juice. Especially if you wick it right. First time I wicked it did not keep up because I didn't do it right, so it's my fault. So, yeah, you can chuck the vapor, you can do mouth to lung inhales, you can do a little bit of both. I just wanted to show that you could do both with this device. The lung inhale on here, you're going to want it to the wide open setting. And you might have to do a little bit of carb. For me, it's kind of just perfect because I like that restrictive lung draw. So, for some, you may want to put an airflow control drip tip on there to get a little more air. It's not as airy as you would think. It's airy enough to do a lung inhale, but for those really wide open lungers out there, you're going to want a little more air. So, I'll just tell you that up front. The flavor's really good on that. So that's, you know, the tank and the mod itself together. They work flawlessly together, no doubt about it. The pros and the cons and things I like and the things I don't like about this whole setup here. Well, the thing I like the most is the price. It's $59.99. Some places a little higher. You may even find it a little cheaper. I think I saw some China vendors say goodbye or something like that, selling for $52 if you don't mind waiting, which isn't bad. They have it in black like I have it with the red. The reason I got this is because it's both colors, red and black. Yeah, you know. And then there's the white with the black on it, which is also very nice. So they're both very nice tanks. Aesthetically, these are very nice and small. Fuck. Anything. I'm not prepared at all. Alright, so here's a iStick 20 watt, which is my smallest device I own. And here is this guy right here. So you can see, yeah, it's a little bit bigger than the 20 watt, the mod itself. Not much though. Not much at all. Yeah, just a little bit taller. So it's small. That's nice. It's comfortable because it's rounded on both ends. The tank, like I said, it's versatile. I mean, you can put your own coils in there. You can buy OCC coils. All that is just fantastic. Yeah, this is a great kit for beginners because they can start with their mouth to lung inhale. And as they progress, they want more vapor. They can go to a lung inhale by just opening it up. They have the coil option to rebuild their own coils in there. Tons of options. Tons of options. That's why I like this. It's $59.99. I mean, and you're getting a 50 watt device, so you can throw another tank on there if you want. There's a lot of good things. The ease of just taking that battery door off and popping your battery out. Battery's snug, doesn't go anywhere. If you don't want to do that, you can just charge it via the wrong side, via the USB port there. So that's another positive. For $60, you really can't go wrong on this, especially for somebody that's just starting out. Or even some of those intermediate guys. I love this. I mean, I've been doing this forever, and I think this thing is fantastic. I mean, yeah, you're not going to get the amount of vapor that you would get out of a rebuild, like a dripper and stuff like that, obviously. But it's pretty darn good. Now, the things I don't like and wish it was different. OCC coils. Why they have to change them to vertical? Left them horizontal. First of all, it's easier to rebuild those OCC coils. Now that they're horizontal, it's going to be a little more of a challenge. I mean, if I find a way, I'll obviously post a video, and I'm sure there are ways to do it. The menu, how it flashes things at you when you have ADDI, just flashes instead of saying no ADDI. Battery gets low, flashes at you. They, like Phil said in his review, use the screen. So that would have been nice, obviously. One of the major cons. No spring-loaded 510. It's 2015. Everything we pretty much use nowadays needs a spring-loaded 510 on it. Doesn't have one, so that needs to be changed. Obviously, that's a con. And I feel like I'm missing things here, but it is. Maybe I'm just mesmerized by how great of a device this is. I think they are going to come out with a revision, which sucks, Kanger. Get it right the first time. This way people don't buy it and then go, oh shit, mine's outdated because now they have a spring-loaded 510, or they changed the menu, or they tuned it better. And as far as tuning and the chip goes, I think it's pulse width under 4 volts and then, or under 4.2 volts, and then after that it's a steady DC signal. For those that want to know, you can tell it's got not a rattlesnake, but you can tell, you kind of almost feel it. If you've been vaping a long time, you do feel it. So if you're gonna vape over 4 volts, you'll not notice it at all. Which, where am I at? 4.2, so I'm not noticing it. So it's a nice smooth signal right now. Yeah, that's my cons. So that's it. I could recommend it only so much. If you're looking to get one, shop around, look for the best price. I think $59.99 is one of the better prices I've seen. My freedomsmokes.com. And yeah, if you want to wait, they may release a revision of it with a spring-loaded 510. They may. I think they will. And yeah, and I actually think they're also going to release a version with a red drip tip and a black drip tip, and then for the white one, it's going to be a white drip tip and a black drip tip. So that also might be coming down too. So, you know, look around, see what you see, and afford what you can afford. And yeah, that's about it. The sun is just burning me up right here. I need to get in front of the air conditioner, so I'm going to go do that right now. I hope you guys found this review helpful. If you have any questions, please drop me a comment below. I'll get back to you. If I left something out, let me know, because I am forgetful. I do it a lot, and I fuck things up a lot. That's just my nature. Sorry. So, yes, again, if you're not subscribed to my channel, I'll put a link down in this corner over here. And, hold on one second. I was going to show you the, no, I'll leave that for next week. Next week, we're doing the Castigador box mod clone That should be an interesting review. You guys are going to look forward to that one. That's coming next week. And again, thank you guys for watching. Live well and vape on. I'll catch you on the next one.
You're the next one in line for the kill. You don't believe it, but I'm betting that you will.